Jinnah lived in a quiet riverside town where cherry trees lined the water and time moved gently, the way memories do when they hurt too much to face. She worked at a tiny art studio, painting small canvases no bigger than her hand, believing the world felt less heavy when reduced to soft colors. One rainy afternoon, a young man appeared at her door, holding an old painting wrapped in silk. His name was Wu, a gentle violinist whose shy smile felt like sunlight after a storm. He asked if she could restore the faded painting, a watercolor of two children sitting under a cherry tree. But when Jinnah held it, her heart clenched. It was her own childhood painting, one she thought she lost long ago. She didn't tell him. Instead, she began restoring the soft pink petals while Wu waited, filling the studio with music from his violin. Day by day, his melodies wrapped themselves around her heart, gentle and aching. He confessed he had once known the artist of that painting, a girl he'd grown up with, but he no longer remembered her face, only the sound of her laughter and how she always painted with cherry blossoms in her hair. Jinnah froze. The girl he spoke of was her. When they were children, they had promised to meet every spring beneath the cherry tree by the river. But one spring, Wu never came. He'd been in an accident that left his memories fractured, trapping him in a world of half-remembered smiles. Now, years later, he stood before her without knowing who she was. As she restored the painting, she painted him into her world again. Evening walks under blossoms, quiet tea by the window, laughter tangled in violin strings. Their days became delicate, like petals drifting on river water. She wanted to tell him the truth, but fear kept her silent. Afraid he would disappear again, or worse, not believe her. One night, as he played a song that felt achingly familiar, Jinnah softly sang along. Unwu's eyes widened and trembled. It was the lullaby he once wrote for her when they were children. His hands shook, violin dropping as memories crashed over him. Painting under blossoms, laughter by the river, the promise to find each other again. He whispered her name like it was made of glass. Jinnah fell into his arms, crying as he remembered everything. How he missed their last spring, how he searched for her in every melody, how he carried a memory he couldn't name. But the joy was brief. The doctor warned Unwu's returning memories were unstable. He could lose them again. Heartbroken but brave, Jinnah took him to the cherry tree by the river. Petals rained around them as she placed the restored painting in his hands. "Even if you forget," she whispered, "we'll meet here again." Tears streaming, Unwu promised to return every spring, whether he remembered or not. The next spring, under the same cherry tree, he appeared, carrying his violin and the restored painting, smiling like he had never forgotten. And in that moment, Jinnah realized that even if memory fails, love always keeps its promise.